So another category of tools would be all of our prep ones. So these don't fall into the other categories. These are specific for when we're prepping foods. So let's start over here. This is a pastry brush. I would use this if I'm making, for example, yeast bread, and I need to brush the finished bread with melted butter, or in the middle of the preparation I need to coat it with butter. I'm going to melt it and use this. I can also use this if I'm making a barbecue chicken, and I would have my barbecue sauce and I would literally paint the sauce on top of my food item, all right, like my chicken. These two are whisks. They're the same tool, but have a little bit different purpose. This one would go only in a bowl because it's metal. It's a great whisk. It's nice, easy to hold on to. And this one is a silicone one, so that if I'm whisking while I'm making a cream sauce in my saute pan, I'm not going to scratch the bottom of it. So it's coated and protects it. But they are both considered whisks. The good old-fashioned wooden spoon that we stir with. It's got a nice round handle and super easy to hold on to. We can also use it in a stock pot or in a saucepan because the handle's not going to get hot. We've been over this one being the rubber scraper a million times so far, right? So this is a nut chopper. So we put like pecans, walnuts, and we put them in here, and then we turn this. It's hard to do one-handed and hold my phone at the other one, but we turn it and everything that's chopped goes in here. It's really only meant for like walnuts and macadamia nuts and pecans. It really shouldn't have any other type of food product in there. This is one of my favorite tools. It's an egg separator. So when I set my custard cups out and I crack my egg on the counter and I separate, I pour it right into this. The egg white separates from the yolk. Yolk stays in here, egg white goes in here, and then once it's completely separated, I just dump my yolk into the other custard cup. It's a pretty handy tool. It's much easier than doing it by hand without the help of a tool. Trying to do it with just the shells, I broke many a egg yolk doing that. So again, these are custard cups. We have had those in our other demonstrations and discussions. This is a cookie scoop. It's too small if you look at how little this is. If I were to compare this to our rubber scraper, it's small. It's for us to scoop cookie dough into a round ball and put it onto our baking sheet. It's too small for ice cream. Seriously, that's way too little. This is a rolling pin, and it is just that. It's called a rolling pin. Back here is a sifter for dry ingredients only. When you're done using this, you use a paper towel or a dry towel and wipe it out. We never stick this in water because glue and flour and water make glue, and it will glue this shut, and then it's no good. So make sure that you know that. We never wash this. Never, ever, ever wash the sifter. We only just wipe it out. So this is a really dangerous tool. I probably should have had it in the cutting area. It's a shredder, and we shred items with it. Yeah, it should have been in with the shredder, or with the cutting items, sorry. So it is pretty sharp. You got to be super careful, and that's why there's always a guard on it when we're done. When you wash this, you never just throw it into the sink, because somebody reach in there, they're going to cut themselves. You have to be super careful with that. There are other kinds of graters that are big box grater, but this is what we're using right now. Then we have mixing bowls. We have sets of glass mixing bowls. That one's a custard cup. And we have this wonderful set of stainless. There's like 5 or 6 bowls in each set. They're great. So when your recipe calls for a small mixing bowl, you're going to use the little one. If it calls for a medium one, then you pick out which medium one. If it calls for a large, then you're going to use the large one. You have to follow whatever the directions say. And then the last item that I have is this is a colander. So the colander has holes in it, as you can see. And this is a great big wonderful colander. So if I make pasta, I'm going to bring over my pasta, my cooked pasta that's still in the water, and I can dump it right into here, and my pasta gets caught in here and the hot water goes through. Some people kind of do it a little bit different, but that's one of the safest and easiest ways for us to do. If I'm going to prep fresh broccoli for that matter, I'm going to put my broccoli in here. I'm going to run cold water over it and rinse it, and the water will go through, as well as the dirt and bugs and so forth that have been hanging out on the broccoli, and I can use it as that. I can use, I can see myself in the video there, but I can do strawberries. I can do all sorts of fruits and vegetables and use it. It is called a colander. All right, I think that's it for the prep.